Hey guys, welcome back. It has been a while since we've done a review on a Walthers Proto locomotive. Today we're taking a look at the GP9 Phase 2 locomotive and UP scheme. This is locomotive number 267. We'll see what's in the box starting right now. Alright, we're just going to pull this open here. And under all the packaging is a Walthers Proto flyer or handout, paperwork, whatever you want to call it, with exploded parts upside down there. And then lubrication and cleaning instructions. And if you got a DC model, it talks about conversion to DCC. Now here, this is a DCC and sound model and is equipped with ESU LOKSound. Functions F0 to F11, as you can see there, and talks about programming. So we'll get to that sound here in a minute, but let's continue with the unboxing. All right, we're gonna pop this out of the box. Styrofoam casing, surrounded with a plastic blister, they call it. And some soft plastic to keep the paint from getting scraped up and the detail parts from getting scraped up or broken. Alright, on this end of the locomotive there's headlights, number boards, MU stands, drop sill for the coupler here, safety chain and plastic stanchions and handrails. There's a drop step there with accessory hoses and a Proto Max coupler, I believe they call it, Walthers' own brand of coupler. You can also see how they replicate the canvas sunshade. That nice color there, very reminiscent of the old cloth they used on these old locomotives. There's up top a beacon light and an antenna, the horn, dynamic brake fan area, radiator fan area, and even a winterization hatch here covering up some of the fans. It's good for winter operations on these locomotives. A little piece of plastic underneath, I grabbed that. Take a look at the side, the compartment detail has a good depth to it. There's crew figures installed in the cab. Interior there. Look at the truck detail on this. Really nicely done. Fuel tank detail as well. On the back end, got number boards. You have an old style handbrake. So in recent years, goes back quite a ways, they are now a circular wheel, but these used to be hand cranked handbrakes. So you just take that arm and crank it up and down repetitively. There's safety tread on the walkways, so that mimics, anti-slip skid on the walkways on the real things. And here's the other side. Just occasionally in shipping, these pop out. You just pop them back into their little homes there, and you're good to go on the stanchions. The stanchions are still pretty straight, just occasional little shipping blurb where you got to pop them back in, which I've done on several models of all different iterations. So there's back to where we started, so let's get into operation. All I'm doing on this locomotive is going off of what ESU includes in the functions. I'm not sure if there's additional outside of that, so I just test what they say is there. With the ESU, to start everything up, you have to hit F8, so we'll do that. Then we'll do one bell. Two's horn. F3's coupler clank. F4 dynamic brake. Usually hear when you move it. Hear that hum. F5's warning light. Not sure, that's probably on one of the ends. We'll show the lighting later. F6, more lighting. F7 manual compressor. F9's drive hold. I'll demonstrate that real quick. I'm going to press F9. Crank up my speed steps on the DCC controller, and as you can see, it's not moving. But you can hear the prime mover increasing RPMs. As soon as I let F9 go, whatever speed step I'm on, the locomotive will resume that speed. As you can see there. A nice and brake squeal there, or maybe flange squeal even. F10's independent brake and F11's an auxiliary light. That's all that's listed here with sounds. So we'll kill some lights, let you check out the lights on one end and see what that looks like. So lighting features can be summed up in F0, which is the headlight, F5, which is the warning light or beacon light that you're more familiar with it being called. I guess it might have been called warning light then. And F6, which is the number boards, all of which have a nice color temperature to them, and the number board lights are not too bright that there's much shine through, so it's a well executed lighting job on this model. Here's a view of the other end of the lighting, as you can see there. Really nicely done on the lights. Maybe a little hard to catch, but we're going to do a pull test here. So we're hitting about 1.9. Means this locomotive can probably pull about 30 cars or more. This is just an approximation. Check coupler height real quick. You can be the judge there, maybe a tidbit low. That one looks dead on. Sometimes it just needs a screwdriver to tighten it up from transit. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move this at 1 speed step out of 128 and see what kind of speed we're dealing with on the slow speed scale. The AccuTrack 2 speedometer will give us a read, but I gotta be honest, I can already tell after using this for some time that 1 is not going to cut it. So we're going to go to 3, we'll go to 4. And then we can just cut the speed down, kind of quarter it to get what it would be at 1 scale speed step. Now it looks like the speedometer's saying it's kilometers per hour, but it's actually miles per hour. It's just a status light there, if you can even see that. So 4 speed steps is 1 scale mile an hour, so that shows you how slow of a speed control is on this locomotive. And while it's moving, you can see that 4 speed steps, even though at 1 scale mile an hour, is incredibly smooth. And that's part of the Walthers motor. It's just a very well executed motor, very reliable and smooth. So we're going to go up to 5 speed steps, which is there. We'll hit reverse here, go back down to a crawl. So there's 2, and you have lurching with 2, but you gotta realize that's going half a scale mile an hour. So once you get up to 5, which is 1 scale mile an hour, things are pretty smooth. You can hear the prime mover really engaging. It's a really nice locomotive. Alright, as I weigh this, I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts. I think it's a nicely detailed locomotive with separately applied grabs and winterization hatch, nice details, operating beacon light. It weighs 13.6 ounces, 386 grams, so it's got a decent weight to it. Pull test, I've seen stronger, but it does its share, and it's hard to really tell without getting the cars behind it to pull. And the detail on the cab interior as well as the cab figures is nicely done. So pretty well executed model, NMRA compliant on the wheel sets. Maybe one coupler might have been a little tiny bit off, probably could be adjusted with just screwing in the coupler box or shimming it, and that happens almost every review. So pretty much a very nicely executed model and well done model from Walthers Proto, which is, you know, their high-end line. So they're really doing a great job in that line and their other lines as well. Main line is another line where they are able to allow some affordability more in the model with less detail, so it's a nice option for modelers to have either way, mainline or Proto. With that said, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time right here on the channel. The layout is in progress and it wraps all the way around, so we're getting things done slowly but surely. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.
If you like what you see, please subscribe and like James's channel. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon so you'll be notified of future train videos.